some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. To the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moore will throw. Fires it incomplete. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Aggie. And they turn it into a defensive score.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Bringing the heat. blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Trying to barge in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. They'll run play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down to the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Coming out with it, it's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To the air, it's Reed. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Pulls it in. It's Hill. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. See what the call is. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here we go. On the ground, it's Tatum. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
To throw, it's Reed. Let's Lets it fly. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on third. Skips away from pressure. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisiana. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They just keep firing. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Aggie! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. We've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Ducks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Casper. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught near the sticks. It's Green. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got the first down and more. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Gonna run it. It's Owens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's gonna wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so his first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football when it happens.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Makes a connection. They'll get the first down and spotted on the 49.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Got it in the middle. It's Green. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Just keeps slinging it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Aggie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get...
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught behind the line. It's Tatum. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Texas A&M going up tempo. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Tatum. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get...
It's a fake. Buys a little extra time. Intercepted. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the 2nd half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this line.
Moore will throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Ducks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tatum. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Try to get it to the edge. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Reed. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. It's complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it behind the line. It's Tatum. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Moore to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. It's a draw. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Backed up in their own end, maybe a quick hitter. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback.
It's blocked. He couldn't get it away. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Creates a little room. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Oh, they're after him. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Throws for the tight end. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Moore will throw. Finds his man. It's Hunter. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to blow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Back to pass. Rush is on him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. That last fake didn't work. They might stick with punting it this time. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
Snags it inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Texas A&M would love to run out this clock. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not